I just played the demo for Maintenance Required and can say I did not expect to see creature collecting like in Pokemon in a psychological horror game, but I'm all for it. Is this an indie game that you should add to your backlog? Let's break it down. My name's Jameson and I love showing people games that they may have never seen before, so let's break down Maintenance Required. If you haven't heard of Maintenance Required, it's a psychological horror game being developed by a solo developer called Mr. Wolffire. You work for a company called Silicorp who is developing an edutainment game called Edumon. Edumon is designed to give students a safe space to study and learn. The game has a cute dog called Rufus who acts as a guide that takes you through learning about the game and explains how to play. However, an intern called Matt has noticed that someone has developed a weird mod for the educational game. The mod has turned Rufus from an innocent looking dog into something terrifying that is patrolling the game, trying to stop you from progressing in the game. You've been asked to stay back at work and test the game to figure out what is going on with the mod. Matt the intern has given you some intel on how to manage the mod in and out of game. As you're testing the game, you'll find a text note in the game files from the individual that installed the mod. He doesn't want you to remove it, instead he challenges you to play through the game, saying that everything will go back to normal if you do so. There's always something kind of fun when you have to play a game within a game, so let's chat about the actual gameplay side of things. At its core, this is a psychological horror creature collecting game. To progress through Edumon within the game, you will need to battle different enemies such as the homework, rulers, flasks, and more. To defeat them, you'll need to study or learn. Studying will do damage to the enemy based on whichever attack you choose. In the beginning, you start off with a single study move called Punch. Whenever you use an attack, you need to hit a skill check to see how much damage you do. I think this could be really cool if there were different skill checks for different study attacks. You can unlock more study attacks by using Learn on an enemy. This will throw your notebook at them, causing them to be absorbed into the notebook. Each enemy will give you experience and also teach you a new attack with a limited number of uses. You could just choose to completely defeat the enemy, leading to no extra attack uses being provided. To progress through the game, you'll need to defeat enemies, whether that is to clear an area or to be able to get to the next step in a puzzle. Speaking of puzzles, throughout the game, you'll need to solve some to progress to new areas or get quest items. So far in the demo, there was only one major puzzle. This required you to switch over to the game files and open images to decipher which buttons to press in what order. As you view the files, the creepy version of Rufus appears. However, pretty sure he is harmless when you're not actually in the game. However, if you do run into him in-game, you'll need to restart your system. If you do it too quickly, you may damage some of the save files associated with it. These damaged files will then need to be deleted, which will remove items from your inventory. It's really fun having to manage the in-game aspect of Edumon while also having to come out, look at the game files and figure out what's going on. Kind of reminded me of a more restricted version of Scrutinized. The demo felt pretty polished, nothing felt out of place or like it wasn't complete. The only concern I had was how repetitive it felt fighting the same enemies while trying to level up to take on the next area. And how if you lose, you get knocked back a couple levels, but I guess that's probably just a skill issue and I should probably just get good. So should you be excited for Maintenance Required? 100%. This is a great, simple indie game for anyone that enjoys psychological horror games. This is a must-buy for me, and I'll definitely be picking up when it first releases. If you want to see more indie game reviews or demos, be sure to subscribe. If there are any games you think I should check out, let me know as well. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.